Good morning. Stream of consciousness in modern novel. The stream of consciousness in modern novel had its birth between 1913 and 1915. Those novelists who used this technique turned from external to internal reality, from the outer world to the world of fantasy and reverie, and wrote essentially subjective fiction which contained a strange kinship of voyage, pilgrimage, search of the mind and spirit through consciousness. It was William James who first used the term stream of consciousness in his book Principles of Psychology in 1890 to describe the flux of the mind, its continuity and yet its continuous change through the human consciousness. The pioneers of this kind of fiction are Dorothy Richardson, James Joyce, Marcel Proust, and Virginia Woolf. 20th century literature is marked with a deeper and more searching inwardness which made the novelists to recreate thoughts and feelings of their characters. Owing to the outbreak of the First World War, the acknowledged values of life were shattered and the process of inwardness was accelerated. In this work, the old concept of plot, which moved the character forward from moment to moment in a precise chronological sequence, was replaced by a new kind of narrative which sways forward and backward freely and makes a sincere effort to catch the sense of time as it works in the human awareness. Psychological theories have to be taken into consideration in dealing with the stream of consciousness novel. We can say it is a type of fiction in which the basic emphasis is placed on exploration of the pre-speech levels of consciousness for the purposes primarily of revealing the psychic being of the characters. These novels deal with the pre-speech level of incoherence in human consciousness with a view to analyzing human nature. It is a reaction against the well-made novel of the 19th century. Its tendency is towards deformalization. In this kind of novel, plot and character have decayed. There is no plot, no character, no tragedy, no comedy, no love interest in the new novel. Instead of concentrating around a limited issue, the stream of consciousness novelists fly off in an eccentric manner in different directions. They don't believe in neatly rounding off a particular action. Their thought process consists of a flux of sensations and impressions than a connected chain of logical reasoning. In order to know a character correctly, we must know what is passing in his mind, and thus we get acquainted with his uncontrolled and unorganized sensations and impressions. The action in a stream of consciousness novel moves backward and forward freely in time. Instead of a chronological forward movement, we have a zigzag movement from the past to the present, from the present to the past. This technique enjoyed its heyday from 1915 to 1941, but its influence did not come to an end with the publication of Between the Acts. The genre has been assimilated into the greater body of fictional method. The work of the major novelists of the mid-20th century, Elizabeth Bowen, Graham Greene, Catherine Ann Porter, Robert Penn, Delmore Schwartz, and Laura Wrottesley has not only accepted unuttered consciousness as a legitimate subject, but is even automatically formed in the image of the great experimental stream of consciousness novels. So the stream of consciousness is one of the very important movements in the history of English novel writing. I hope this video proves to be of help. Kindly like, share and subscribe to the channel and mention your questions or your observations in the comment section below. Have a great day ahead. Thank you.